Hi guys! In this episode of RDK, I am really excited to be reacting to Kep1ER's newest Japanese release, Grand Prix. So, for those of you who didn't watch my previous reactions to Kep1ER, recently I reacted to pretty much all of their songs that I hadn't reacted to for like months, like all of their Korean releases and all of their Japanese releases as well. And I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of pretty much all of the songs, to say the least. So I kind of want to rectify a little bit of my opinions that I shared in those reactions here before we get into my reaction to Grand Prix. Because ever since those reactions, I've actually listened to pretty much all of the songs a decent amount. Not the most, but I've definitely listened to them, and I've honestly really grown to enjoy all of those songs. Are they really songs that I'm going out of my way to listen to necessarily? Like, am I looking them up on my phone? No, I am not. But whenever I am listening to them as I'm listening through my playlist, I definitely have a lot of fun with them. So I'm definitely going to be getting into this particular release of theirs with a little bit of a more open mind, I guess, and I'm going to try to like see how I'm going to feel about it long term, even on this like first or second listen. I'm going to try to be like open-minded about it and not be like complaining and whiny, because yes, I don't think any of their songs are as good as WADADA was. That one was just like such a masterpiece. But that doesn't mean that their songs are still not good. It just means that WADADA was just that amazing. And yeah, it sucks when a group's best song is their debut and they just kind of go downhill from there, more or less. But it doesn't mean that they can't still do good music, you know? But before we get into the reaction and see how I'm going to feel about Grand Prix, I just want to quickly remind you that I would really appreciate it if you guys could help me out with my transition by donating to my Patreon, my Ko-fi account, or my PayPal. Because for those who didn't know, I am trans. And by doing so, you also get access to the ability to demand me to do K-pop reactions, be it to specific music videos, specific albums, or potentially even whole artist discography. If you don't want to spend any money on that though, that's fine. You can still recommend and suggest stuff down in the comments below, but the only sure way to make me react to something is by subscribing at the specific tier I've created on my Patreon or on my Ko-fi account. You're not here for any of that though. You're here for my reaction to Grand Prix by Kep1ER. So without further ado, let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. A little bit of a surprising aesthetic for like a girl group to go for, but okay. So far, I feel like it's actually pretty enjoyable. It's easier to stomach on first listen compared to their previous songs though, that's for sure. Although, if I remember correctly, like their Japanese tracks were easier to like listen to anyway. Okay, this drop is such a boy group song drop though. half of the chorus is very catchy. I don't really care about the boy group kind of drop that they do for the first half. Okay. Anything else? No? Okay. So, I think I genuinely feel pretty much the same about this song as how I feel about the previous songs that I reacted to right now. You know, like I said, because when I first listened to them, I didn't really like them much, but I've grown to actually enjoy them quite a lot. Even if they're not songs that I'm necessarily gonna go out of my way to search for. But I'm not gonna skip them if they're on my playlist. And I feel like that's kind of the case for this one as well. It's casually enjoyable. I don't hate it. It's not as annoying as some of the other songs, mainly the Korean ones I feel like really were bothering me. But I've grown to love them, like I said. So it's fine. It's fine for what it is, you know. I feel like Kep1ER are suffering a little bit from I'm not 100% sure because I feel like their songs, I haven't really remembered them enough to really make an accurate statement like that, but I feel like they're definitely trying to have a fusion of some hard-hitting stuff and some cutesy stuff in their songs, and I feel like they would be better if they didn't do the hard-hitting stuff. At least for this song, I feel like as cool as they are, and as much as it appeals to my taste in K-pop, I also am a fan of cutesy stuff, so considering that I like the second half of the chorus more than the first half, I just would have preferred if they just did what the second half of the chorus was. That kind of vibe they did for the whole song, you know? But yeah, that's just kind of a relatively minor criticism. It's overall still pretty enjoyable. Is it anything to write home about? No, but it's not bad, it's enjoyable, and I'll probably end up listening to it at least when it's on my playlist, you know? But obviously we still have to listen to it a second time before I decide on my final opinion about it, so without further ado, let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. And I do actually like the aesthetic that they're doing with the race cars and everything. Kind of brings me back to my childhood when I loved getting new cars for toys. Because despite the fact that I'm trans and identify as a girl, you know, I'm not just your stereotypical girl. I did like playing with cars when I was a child, but I also didn't really get opportunity to play with girl toys anyway. One of my favorite things was playing with RC cars. I love that shit. And yeah, despite my criticisms about them doing hard-hitting and girl crunchy stuff, they do some pretty good rapping, you know? They sound pretty good. Is it me or is Baekhyun? That's her name, right? Is she having having a lot of lines in this one, or is it me? At least more than usual, because I feel like usually she might have 1 or 2 short lines, but in this one she got some more. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing else. So, it's overall a catchy, somewhat hard-hitting, cute, and fun song. I like it. Am I in love with it? Again, no, I am not. It's not a masterpiece. It's nowhere near WADADA. But for what it is, it's perfectly serviceable, it's enjoyable, and I'll probably end up listening to it. Not necessarily too much, but it's not a bad song. I'm trying to be as positive as I can, man. But yeah, I don't know. In terms of rating, I think I'm gonna go with a pretty solid 8.4 out of 10. Like, this is genuinely like very enjoyable, and I do believe that this is the one song of theirs from amongst this and the last couple of songs of theirs that I reacted to that is the easiest to listen to on the first listen and that I have enjoyed the most on the first listen. I can't tell you whether it's the best of the bunch because, again, I don't remember too much of the other ones to really gauge that, but I like it. I found it very enjoyable. The vibe was cool. The aesthetic was cool. Overall, it gets a pass from me. But I am curious, what do you guys think about this song? So comment those down below and let's have a discussion about this. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 2 patrons on Patreon, Deadpool and Corby Dead. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it, it really means a lot to me. You have decided to support me, have continued to support me in such a long time. I hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Wattpad, where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories, or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon, my Ko-fi account, or my PayPal, where you can pledge support, help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do any of that, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!